In a groundbreaking pilot study on the Moringa plant, scientists from 4 African countries have come together to share their insights and collaborate on new research. Representing South Africa, Zambia, Ethiopia, and Kenya, these experts have gathered in Arba Minch, a vibrant city in southern Ethiopia. Coordinated by a scientist from SLU University in Sweden, the study aims to explore the incredible potential of the Moringa plant. As they gather in Arba Minch, the air is filled with excitement and purpose. Each researcher brings their own expertise, perspectives, and insights, creating a rich dialogue about the potential of this extraordinary plant. Together, they dig into its mysteries, exploring its biology, its uses in traditional medicine, and its potential applications in sustainable agriculture.
Moringa is a very good tree. We call it a miracle tree.
This particular tree, that is the magic tree.
Moringa is quite new to me, but I find it as a very exciting crop.
ሞሪንጋ በእኛ አካባቢ የማታ ነጥፍ ላም ተብሎ ነው የሚታሰበው።
Different parts of the moringa can be used for different purposes, as a food, as a medicine, as inducing plant growth for the future.
አለኮ የግፊት የራስ መታት የኩላሊት የድብርት የሁሉም መድኃኒት ነው።
There are a lot of products that are produced from moringa. I can give the example of the oil, the example of the tea bags, and many other cosmetic products that come from the moringa itself.
Some of the perfumes that have been developed from moringa. So we knew a few of the products, but not the many that we found out there in the market.
Also, while moringa is used mostly from the leaves, we also saw that some farmers, they use the stem or the bark for different purposes.
As a researcher and coordinator for the Moringa platform, I see a huge impact for this crop in improving the livelihood of smallholder farmers and Moringa farmers in the developing countries.
Yes, so Moringa has huge potential. I think it's like one of my colleagues mentioned during one of our meeting sessions. It's neglected and underrated at the same time.
At Arba Minch University, preparations are now complete, setting the stage for an inspiring event. Researchers from across the globe, local farmers from the vibrant Arba Minch region, and university authorities have gathered for a crucial workshop organized by the dedicated research team. Together, they create a melting pot of diverse expertise, where science meets local wisdom, all fueled by a shared vision for progress. It's an opportunity for everyone involved to learn from one another, fostering connections that could lead to sustainable solutions for the agricultural issues facing Moringa. This workshop expressed the spirit of collaboration, showing how, when we unite our strengths, we can find the way for a brighter future.
We try to include multidisciplinary researchers in this to understand different dimensions of this crop. We have breeders, we have phytochemists, we have intercropping agroecologists, and we have, as such, I am a molecular biologist.
All researchers and participants share a vital understanding. Significant knowledge gaps exist surrounding Moringa. Despite its reputation as a nutritional powerhouse, much about its benefits cultivation methods, and ecological impact remains unexplored.
We did a survey in southern region, and we identified knowledge gaps related to income generation from Moringa that farmers have.
Yeah, one of the major challenges I identified was the lack of knowledge amongst farmers on the other potential uses of Moringa. For instance, none of the farmers interviewed expressed knowledge that they are capable of using Moringa seeds to purify water. That is just one example. But also, the majority of Moringa farmers do not know the other types of Moringa that are out there.
Some of the knowledge gaps that I could say that we came across, one is they don't understand some of the diseases and pests that are affecting Moringa and how they can deal with those ones. Number two is that they didn't understand more about the interaction of the soils and the climate of the area with Moringa, and especially how climate affects Moringa productivity and its growth.
The output of our short surveys from different countries, which we already seen that there is a huge knowledge gap between the farmers, which they want to understand, or we need to educate them how different species are available, what are the high yielding biomass varieties which they can cultivate.
Beyond the knowledge gaps, the research has also revealed unexpected and surprising insights for the researchers.
Yeah, I think one thing that struck me is the lack of education for most farmers. There are very few farmers that have gone all the way up to college or university level. The majority of them were primary school dropouts.
We realized that the majority of the participants, which were female, were the ones that were involved in the production of Moringa, which was very surprising for us.
Yeah, we found different management systems in diseases, so that some people use traditional knowledge to treat moths, especially moths, by putting straw that helps to reduce this pathogen.
We were shocked, actually, not necessarily surprised, but shocked that the greatest portion of the population that is taking part in its growth, in its growing and production, is the women, who constituted nearly 70% of the people.
These revelations inspire fresh perspectives and open up exciting possibilities for researching Moringa's full potential. The research has emphasized the critical need for a more coordinated and structured approach to advancing the study.
I see a huge impact of Moringa research in developing countries, which can help the farmers' livelihood.
We need these kind of studies like yesterday, phytochemical comparison of different species of Moringa, including Moringa oleifera, that is very common in Zambia, but also comparing it with Moringa stenopetala, that is very common in Ethiopia. That's very important because it gives us an idea about the kind of phytochemical components that can then be linked to the pharmacological or therapeutic properties that are associated with Moringa.
Yes, definitely. from my own personal research point of view, the interesting thing would be to see if Moringa as a crop also could help other crops by improving them if you apply Moringa to your fields. So an increased production, yield, but also product quality in other crops if you apply Moringa extracts would be a very interesting thing to be able to look closer at.
So I believe that doing research on intercropping can be very beneficial for Moringa and also the cash crops. So I'm thinking like if we use the examples of the cash crops like the legume crops, cowpeas, groundnuts, that could be a very good research because they have the potential to fix nitrogen, which they can add that beneficial nitrogen to the soil. That will benefit the tree also.
But we are lacking quite a lot of scientific background for all these things. There comes the role of us to play. So we researchers will develop the scientific background for this so that the pharmaceutical companies or industrial people can directly take forward this and develop into as product.
In our locality, traditionally the plant is very known. We are using this plant in our daily meals, so people are almost familiar, the local people. But this traditional knowledge has to be scientifically investigated. So as a university or as a college, our role should be to scientifically investigate the traditional practices, the knowledge, scientific knowledge we have to exploit and teach the people.
By promoting collaboration among researchers and establishing clear frameworks, the quality of their findings and new insights can be effectively integrated into existing knowledge, driving progress in the field. Researchers discussed how to present their findings to farmers in a simple, practical way that would directly support their agricultural work.
In terms of the sharing of the research findings, one of the key ones that we can use is to use the forums where the farmers have, they are sharing information, they are also sharing exhibitions and platforms where farmers can exchange knowledge and also any technology within Moringa section.
So because we work closely with our farmers, the understanding is that we'll have some feedback session with them, it can also be in the form of a workshop so that we just tell them what we found during the study, a workshop. We also do some popular article publication, so that the farmers that might have not been part of the survey, they could also learn from the findings that we're able to find from our study.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of ways to communicate with the community, like workshop we did and the documentary that today you are doing, and there is also ways to create awareness by going directly to the areas where we did the research.
And we also see a possibility, especially with those farmers that we engaged in the survey, that we can share with them these findings to see those areas where they came across challenges and see what is it that we can contribute, especially in helping them improve in terms of production and also help them to link to the market spectrum within our country and beyond.
So I can see in the future Moringa being taken up, but the aspect that we need to look at is the marketing one, so that there is a campaign about the crop itself, so that it can be, sold in different parts of the world.
With proper marketing, I see a huge potential for commercialization of Moringa and even for export to export markets like the European Union and the rest of the world. There's huge potential for that.
Yeah, apart from their use, it should go for marketing in the local market and abroad.
20 ሴቶች በሞሪንጋ ላይ ነው የምንሰራው። ሞሪንጋ ከተደራጀን በኋላ በዱቄት መልክና በሻይ መልክ በሁሉም አይነት መልክ እየሰራን እየተጠቀመን ነበር።
So they utilize it for themselves, take it for different purposes, medicine and also as food. But there's a small portion of them that sell to the local market, mainly the Moringa powder.
የገበያ ትስስር ደካማ ነው። ሎካሊ በገበያ ፍሬሽ ሊፍ የሚሸጡበት እንደተጠበቀ ሆኖ ግን ፕሮሴስድ የሆነውን ነገር የሚወስድ ሰው አናሳ ነው።
To establish the link between the farmers and the markets, such that in terms of building the capacity of these farmers and also building the infrastructure for these farmers to be able to access markets not only within their region but also at a global scale.
ምርቱን ተቀባይ ከሌለው ምርት ማምረቱ ኪሳራ ነው የሚሆነው። ጉልበት ብክነት ይኖረዋል። ሞራሊም ሰው ይከስራል።
Equally educate people that are not even farmers about the importance of Moringa. That is going to result in much more demand and realization of its importance, which is going to benefit the farmers because they are going to sell more.
We need to bridge a connection between the farmers and the local NGOs as well as the industrial stakeholders so that they can give their product or they can harvest the Moringa leaf or the seed or different parts which can be connected to the industry, which will fetch them some income which can improve their livelihood.
To fully unlock market potential and effectively bridge existing knowledge gaps, as well as tackle pressing policy challenges, this research requires ongoing support.
Which if we want to carry forward, we need to develop this network in including major other players like industrial partners.
I know we work with farmers, but the aspect of industry, which is very important to take up the products that the farmers are producing, really it has not been explored in comprehensively. So it will be an area that we have to look at so that we connect with the industry.
ፖሊሲ ቢቀረጽና ወደፊት የተሻለ ምርት እንዲያገኙ የተለያዩ አቅጣጫዎች ቢቀመጡ በጣም ይጠቅማቸዋል።
In terms of policy changes, we need to include Moringa for us, especially in some of these arid and semi-arid lands, to be one of those trees that is a flagship tree for afforestation and reforestation.
አሁንም መንግስት ቢሆን ድርጅቶችም ቢሆን በህለኮ ዙሪያ ትክክለኛው ጥናት ተደርጎ ህለኮ ለገጠሩም ለከተማውም ለምግብነትም ይሁን ለመድኃኒትም የሚጠቅም የሰብል አይነት ነው።
Arba Minch University, we always give 1.75 million Ethiopian birr for a grand project like Moringa. But that's not enough. So we look partners to come in and help us in the gaps that we are lacking. That kind of collaboration is there.
We need to build capacity building by helping, showing how we have been working with PhD students, master students and others in the academic system from a European perspective. But also then of course try to advance science. But there we need a mutual understanding. We need discussions and understanding of each other's problems, and I think the problem statement importantly needs to come from the African researchers to make a very successful project happen.
We are trying to work on this in the future grants. So coming to the future of this network, we already started thinking of developing proposals and approaching different agencies, since we have seen a huge potential of this crop in improving the farmers' livelihood in African countries, especially in the African countries. They are using this crop for multi-purpose, as we have seen.
I think it will be very important to work with their government entities to try to disseminate information about the importance of Moringa to the farmers.
Alone doing a research is nothing, but collaboration is very effective because we have seen a lot of collaboration from the north-south direction.
So we welcome every collaboration from every angle of the world. In what way of their interest might be, we would like to see align with what we have, work together for a better future.
Sustained investment and collaboration are essential to ensure that the findings can be translated into practical solutions, fostering innovation and informed decision-making that benefits all stakeholders involved.
Improving this network is not that easy. It is quite challenging for us to have a sustainable funding source. So all the research needs sustainable funding. So I think we have sufficient data generated to develop future grants in the form to convince the policymakers as well as the grant agencies, so that we hope to receive sustainable funds which can bring more researchers and also help the policymakers to develop policies as well as improve the scientific knowledge in different aspects of Moringa. We need to have scientific background for all these things, which as researchers we need to work on. But doing all these things we need funding, and I hope we will be going to secure sufficient fund or sustainable fund for all these things. So the future is promising, but we will be going through sufficient challenges.